most speakers fail to connect with an audience? Now, believe it or not, it's because they build themselves up. Picture the scene. You're at a family gathering. Over to one side is your cousin Joe. Now, Joe is well known for bragging about all of his great accomplishments. When new friends come around, they get cornered by Joe, and they get to hear his stories for hours on end. Other family members who know Joe try to avoid him. This is very typical in the speaking world. The speaker who stands up and brags about all of her great accomplishments or all the great deeds he's done does not make an emotional connection. My speaking coach, Craig Valentine, says it best. When you build yourself up, tear your audience down. See, what is often happening is the audience is sitting there thinking, that's good for him, but I could never do that. Or even worse, they're thinking, oh, she's just special. I have a question for you. Are you coming across as special to your audience? Why is it that most speakers do this? Why do they build themselves up? Well, number one, I think it's because they're insecure. They probably think, well, all these people are sitting here, I need to give them some good result. And that's why they do it. But I think more prominent is the second reason, and that is that speakers just don't understand that the real connecting link between speaker and audience is to connect through failures, flaws, and frustrations. See, very few people have traveled the Amazon and explored the jungle. Not too many people have lost a limb to an accident or illness, and not everybody has accumulated or amassed millions of dollars. So when they hear those stories, they may think, oh, that's interesting, and maybe that would have been a nice journey to take into the Amazon, but they can't really relate to it. But what they can relate to are the stories of frustration with a child who won't cooperate, the flaws in your coworkers who make it difficult to work with them, or just the everyday aggravation of day-to-day life. When you share these stories, these feelings with your audiences, they feel more like you. And when they feel like you, they tend to like you. And when they like you, your message is more believable and it's more likely to be acted upon. People will think, wow, I've had kind of a rough day, but at least that didn't happen to me. Or, gosh, that poor woman. I hope things get better for her, but I can understand why she feels so frustrated. Now, once you've shared your failures, flaws, and frustrations, it is important to give a solution. People don't just want to hear you stand up and complain about your problems. But here's an important distinction. Far too many speakers will stand up and talk about how successful they are. That's not what people want to hear. What audiences want is hope. And you give them hope by explaining the processes or the strategies that you use to overcome your frustrations, your flaws. That's what they want to hear. How did you do it? Not how great are you now? How did you get there? So when you share these processes, you're giving them hope. It's the greatest benefit that a speaker can give to an audience. You're more likely to be heard when you humanize yourself. You get yourself on the audience's level and show your vulnerability. So share your failures, share your flaws, share your frustrations. Resist the temptation to build yourself up, and you have a much better chance of connecting with your audience. Until next time, remember, you have a story that someone needs to hear.